and I want to cook hot pot in my house, but I cannot cook it, so I have to learn from Terese. Yes, because I want to chop hot pot. I want to eat hot pot either for lunch, if I get time, or for supper. But what do I do? How do I go about it? Me, I be man picking way in Novalenia for cook. No blame me, oh. Anyway, let's go to Chicago where we meet our very own culinary art teacher. She's giving us some tutorials on how to cook hot pot with orange. And so we would come back just after that to yum, 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 yum. Why not? To start eating or maybe start cooking. This is Terese and we're cooking hot pot this morning.
Hi! Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Terese coming to you from Chicago. Today we'll be continuing our series on healthy foods and what to do to our body. We will be talking about carrots today. They are very nutritious for you. They help to improve eyesight, they prevent heart disease, they boost your immune system, and they help to maintain a good digestive health. For this episode, we'll be making carrots and potato hot pot. We will need carrots. I already have my carrots cut in manageable sizes. We will also need potatoes. I have my potatoes peeled and put in cold water, that way they don't lose their color. Chicken, salt and bouillon cube to taste, and some cut leeks. I also have some pureed spices that comprise of garlic, ginger, habanero hot pepper, that's optional, onion, red and green pepper, and celery. We will also need cooking oil. Again, I love to use peanut oil because it's a little bit healthier for you. And last but not least, we will need tomatoes. This is a very simple dish to make. We'll start off with our chicken. We'll brown our chicken and then add our pureed spices. Once we add our pureed spices, we will let it simmer for about 2 minutes. Then we'll bring in our pureed tomatoes. Once we put in our pureed tomatoes, while that's cooking to get rid of the tartness, we will steam our potatoes in a separate pot for about 10 to 15 minutes with a pinch of salt. Once our tomatoes are cooked, we will then add our potatoes to the tomatoes and then continue cooking. Warm up your oil and add your chicken. Add a pinch of salt. Stir and let it rest for about 2 minutes. It's been about 2 minutes and it looks like our chicken is settled in the pot. It's time to add our pureed spices and 1 bouillon cube. Stir and let it simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. While our chicken and spices are simmering, I have put my potatoes in a separate pot to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. This is where we are at this point. Our chicken looks good. It's time to add our pureed tomatoes. We will now cook our tomatoes until we can get rid of the tartness. This is what our tomatoes look like at this point. It cooked for about 30 minutes and we're able to get rid of the tartness. Very, very lucky today. It's now time to add our carrots, celery, and some chopped onions. Stir and let it rest for just about 1 minute. It's now time to add our steamed potatoes. Once you add your potatoes, add some of the water that you used to steam the potatoes. Now, do not stir because you're going to break your potatoes. Close your pot and let it rest for about a minute. Now use a plastic serving spoon to move your potatoes around. So you're bringing the veggies over your potatoes as well and making sure that the broth also gets to the potatoes. Now let that simmer for an additional 5 minutes to finish cooking your potatoes. This is what our dish looks like at this point. It's now time to add our sliced leeks. Once we add our sliced leeks, we'll let it simmer for a minute or two and it'll be time to serve. Ah, that looks delicious. We are all done. It is time to serve. Today we made carrots and potato hot sauce. Let's take a closer look at how our dish looks like. Doesn't that look colorful? I know white potatoes are not the healthiest for you, but every time you cook it, try to add a lot of vegetables in it, like we've done today with our carrots. Remember, our focus today was on carrots. Carrots help to improve your eyesight. They help prevent heart disease. They boost your immune system, and they also help to maintain a good digestive health. Try to incorporate carrots in your diet. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Cooking with Terese, on Instagram at Cooking with Terese, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cooking with Terese. Don't forget to support our non-for-profit organization, Wholesome Health Promotion. Remember, eating healthy does not have to be boring. Thanks, and bye-bye for now.
Oh my God, welcome back to Abela, your breakfast program, live on CANAL, the English, the channel that goes an extra mile to bridge the gap between you, information, entertainment, and education. We are here to change the game and to change your minds, to make you the change you want to see, because we are the change we want to see. Eating should never be boring. Thank you very much, Terese, for that beautiful one there, you know, giving us these short tutorials. Now I know how to cook hot pot, and I'll put a lot of carrots, green beans, and even add more spices that I love, because when you eat fruit and spices and of course vegetable, you definitely put a lot of nutrients in your body. It makes you strong and healthy, not exaggerated, you know, or just malnutrition and you just like so we better eat healthy, eat bio, eat organic. Is very important. Sometimes take off the too much salt in your food, and you would see what's definitely going to be too much salt and too much oil. Is very important. Oh my